Congratulations on the purchase of your x23b. My name is Caleb. I'll be doing an orientation with you today. Attached to the email you get this video, and there will be some links to some maintenance items. I recommend you take a look at those. We'll start your orientation right up here in the front with your power tongue jack. So this switch here, we'll turn that light on and off, and you raise and lower your jack with this switch here. If this were to fail for any reason, there's a rubber cap right here that you can take off, and then there'll be a tool that you can manually crank your jack up or down. You have two 20-pound LP tanks right behind here, as well as a regulator. On the regulator here, you have this little arrow that points to whatever tank you're using. So right now it's pointing towards this tank. If this tank were to go empty, just turn it. Now you can use this tank. Your battery will go right behind those. Your trailer's not been prepped yet, so if there's anything that you see that's missing, that is why. And right down here you are prep for solar. So if you have a portable solar panel, you'll hook it up there and it'll trickle charge your battery. You are pre-wired for side view cameras as well. Those will go on both sides of your trailer if you were to purchase them, and that's where they would mount to. You have one side of your passenger storage right here, it goes all the way through. And then you do have stabilizer jacks on all four corners of your trailer as well. They're used for stabilization only, not for leveling. So you'll level your trailer out front to back with your power tongue jack and side to side with by putting like boards or something underneath your tires, and then you run your stabilizers down to keep your trailer from rocking around when you're using it. Right here is your water heater. It is gas and electric. Your water heater is a metal tank, so you use an anode rod. Over time this anode rod will corrode, so you will have to replace it every couple of years. It's also your plug, so you'll slide in here, tighten it down, and then you can start you can turn your water on and start filling your water heater. Before you turn it on, gas or electric, you do want to be sure that it's filled with water on here. So to do that, you can pull on the relief valve, water will come out here, or you can open up the hot side of one of your sinks. Once your tank is filled, you can turn it on from out here. If you want, you can turn on electric, and then inside on your control panel it will be the switch to turn it on gas. You can run them individually, or you can run them together. It's a little bit more efficient if you run them together. When you're all done with it, just take your anode rod out. Your water will drain out right from here. Next to that is your city water connection. So if you're full hookup camping, hook a hose up to that, turn it on, and you'll have water pressure through that hose. And then right here, if you're rustic camping, you'll fill your freshwater tank. So just put a hose in there, and then turn it on, it'll start to fill your tank. Once your tank is filled, you'll use your water pump to draw the water from your tank throughout your trailer. Above that you have inputs for cable or satellite, so if you're staying at a campground that offers cable hookup, or if you have a portable satellite dish, that's where those will hook up. Right down below here, that little white valve there is the drain for your freshwater tank, so when you're all done with it, just open it up so it can drain out. You have a black tank flush right here, we'll go over that in just a second. Then you have your outdoor shower, it's hot and cold water with the shower head, pretty self-explanatory. And down here you have your sewer drain, so you have your black tank right here, and your gray tank on this side. So when you're ready to drain your tanks, put your sewer hose up to here. You'll pull your black tank handle first, that's your toilet, and then once your once your black tank is empty, you'll pull your gray tank. That gray dirty sinking shower water is going to help rinse that black water out of your hose. Once your gray tank is empty, you'll close your gray tank, leave your black tank open. That's when you'll use your black tank flush. You'll hook a hose up to it, run it for a couple of minutes. Works as an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank, and will flush everything out. Once you're done with that, turn your water off up there, and then you can come back down here, close your black tank slide valve, put your sewer cap on, and you're all set. You have your 30 amp power hook up here in the back. I recommend when you're hooked up at a campground that you use a 30 amp surge guard to help protect your trailer from any possible power surges. We'll head around to the back. You got your spare tire with the cover. It's the same size as all the other tires on your unit. You are pre-wired for a backup or observation camera, and then we'll go through how to open up your bunk end here. So both of these handles on both sides can lock. They're unlocked right now, so to open up, just pull on the handle on both sides. That'll release your bed, and then it'll fold down. That's all you have to do from the outside, besides adjust your canvas a little bit once you get everything set up. But everything else to set it up is done from the inside. You have your power awning out here, as well as two outdoor speakers which will be controlled from your radio inside. You have a little rail here that you can mount a grill or a tabletop on, and then there's the LP quick connect if you were to put a grill there. You have output for cable right here, and then plugs if you want to have a TV outside. This switch here will turn that blue step light on and off. You have the stovetop vent right here. Just when you're using that vent above your stovetop, pop this open so it can vent outside. When you're not using it, snap it shut so no bugs or anything can get inside. Your steps, they just fold up and underneath the trailer. Just like that. Super simple and easy. And lastly, you got your outdoor, or the other side of your passenger storage. So this is the tool for your stabilizer. This will be for your power tone jack. This light switch here will do those blue lights on the front of your trailer. Turn them on and off. All your compartment doors out here are held up by magnets as well. Just stick it up there and it'll hold itself up. So that's everything for the outside of your trailer. We'll head inside next. Alright, just inside your door here you have your control panel. So we'll start up here at the top with your, you can check your levels of your tanks and your battery. Just push the button, that's your battery. As it charges, the lights will light up. Same thing with your tanks. As they fill, these will light up as well. It shows an optional second gray tank on here. You don't have 2 gray tanks, so that'll always read empty. Right here you have the switch, another switch to turn your water heater on electric. So you can leave the switch out on your water heater on all the time if you want, as long as you have both these switches off. But if you want your electric portion to work, you have to have this switch on and the switch outside, and then you have the switch for your gas portion. You got some light switches here. This will be your living room, this will be your awning. And then you have the switch for your water pump. So if you have your freshwater tank filled, turn your water pump on here and that'll draw that water up from your tank. You have the switch for your slide out, extend and retract. Hold down extend to extend it, hold down retract to retract it. It will stop automatically. And then you have the switch for your awning, same thing. Hold down extend to extend it, hold down retract to retract it. However, your awning will not stop automatically, so you do need to keep an eye on it. You'll be able to see a valance that falls down. It's just a little extra fabric. And you'll be able to see the bare awning tube. So once you see that, take your finger off the button, that's all the way out. If you don't take your finger off the button, your awning will continue to roll itself up, and it'll actually roll itself up upside down, and it'll stretch out your awning fabric or damage it. We'll head into your kitchen area now. Right down here, you have your antenna booster. So you see right now it's on CATV, that's cable TV. Put it to antenna if you want local channels. If you're hooked up to cable though, you want it on cable TV. And then you have a backer for a TV right here on the wall, and all your hookups for HDMI and your video cables there. In this compartment, you have cabinet, you have your stereo. So turn it on. This is where you'll control your speaker zones from. So hit zone 1, that's your indoor speakers. Zone 2, those will be your outdoor speakers. When they're off, they'll turn red. When they're on, the button is blue. You can also pair your phone to this, I believe. And also do some hookups in here as well. Right up here you have your standard turntable microwave. And then you have your light vent above your stovetop. Your stove does have this glass cover on it. Just fold it up and out of the way when you're ready to use it. To light your stove, turn it to the flame. Turn your igniter to the right only until your burner is lit. For your oven, you'll turn it to the pilot light. Hold this down while you turn your igniter until your pilot light is lit. Then you can adjust your temperature from there. You have a light switch here as well. That'll do these blue lights. And then that one will push it to the down position. It'll do oven lights as well. Be sure you close this cover for travel so it doesn't break. When you come to pick up, your keys will be here on your sink. Right down below your bed in the back, you have your breakers and your fuses. Everything in here is labeled. If a fuse were to go out, there will be a light that lights up next to it so you can easily identify which one it is. We'll go over how you set up your bunk here now. So your mattress here folds in half, and it'll set up in this position when you have this bunk end folded up. Usually they store your little bar here in between the mattress fold. Then you'll grab your main hoop bar here. There's 2 screws that you'll hook this bar onto. You'll go right in between them. Just give it a little push, and it'll mount right up here, or attach up to your ceiling there, and that'll prop it up. And then you'll just lay your mattress flat, and that'll be the same for your front bed as well. Head into your bathroom. So starting with your toilet, it's got a foot pedal flush. Halfway down brings water into it, all the way down to flush into your black tank. You do have a vent with a fan up here. You just crank it open right here. There's a switch right here on your button next to your light switch that you can turn it on or off at. Or there's this little switch up here. You can keep this switch on and just turn it on and off from up here. Be sure you crank this vent down, as well as all your other vents for travel, or if it's going to rain. Then you got your shower and your sink in here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have a 12-volt refrigerator on here, so your refrigerator does not run off of propane, only electric. So when you're going down the road, it'll run off the battery, but your battery won't die because it will be being charged through your 7-way on your vehicle. When you're hooked up to shore power, it'll run off of one time. You have your thermostat here for your furnace. Your AC controls are on your AC itself. To turn your furnace on, you just hear that switch click, and that'll turn it on. And then on the bottom, there's a little slider that you can adjust your temperature at. And then to turn your furnace off, just hear that click into the off position. For your AC, your controls are right up here. So you got different fan speeds up at the top, and then you can adjust your temperature. You have a jackknife couch right here, so you can turn it into a little extra sleeping space if you need. Otherwise, just fold it up and keep it as a couch. Same thing for your U-shaped dinette here. If you have it in this position, you got lots of seating, obviously. Otherwise, you can remove the tabletop from the leg there, and the tabletop will rest on these ledges all the way around, and you'll use the extra cushions to fill in the gap, and then you'll have another extra bed. There are little connections here by both of your bunk ends that you can hook a fan to. You do have a USB charger there as well. That looks like everything for the inside of your trailer. I want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We appreciate your business and congratulations.